Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey everyone, it's OKO. Did you start recording?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey everyone, it's OKO the Twisted Frog Racing. I'm here with my dad Jeremy, and I'm talking to the one and only, the John Bradley. You all might know him as Mr. Yeti B!
Yay!
Hey guys.
Yay! Wait. Oh, he's got. Oh, you already want to go to props.
Eyeballs.
Eyeballs. There we go. All right.
Eyeballs.
Okay, then how about that then?
Well, finally, this is going to happen. Are you ready to get crazy?
Definitely.
Okay. So I reached out to some of your friends for a few of our
He's not going to be able to
questions.
hear you because you're looking down with eyeballs.
The first is Yeti B. You must.
Okay.
Tell us about your life as a professional yo-yoer.
Well, I started off when I was about 19. My mom bought me a yo-yo that actually slept, and I was hooked. I don't know what it was about it, but it sucked me right in. And from that day, I've always had one with me. I've always had one in my pocket. Always had one on me all the time. I actually ended up quitting smoking with it. I couldn't yo-yo and smoke at the same time, so I picked yo-yoing, and that's just stayed with me the entire time since I was 19. So 22 years now I've been yo-yoing.
So wait, you always have one with you. So let's see a yo-yo trick. Come on.
Oh, jeez.
I told you there was going to be. We're getting the hard part out of the way. Come on, you got to.
Dad, we need
Give me that. Yeah.
All right, got to do a quick yo-yo. I almost told you to prep for this, but. All right. All right, let's see. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, but we got to see this. Oh, okay, he's not. Oh, wow.
Yeti, be careful. Be careful. I might fall over my chair.
Wow. Okay, so you're not joking. Like, you really were. You're a pro yo-yoer.
I was, yeah.
I thought yo-yo was just going up and down, up and down, up and down. But,
Well, that's how it started, and it's kind of progressed quite a bit since then.
Wow.
So I used to compete, and then after that, I kind of got out of it for a little while, for the competition side. And because I was at it for so long, I started into the judging side. So with yo-yoing with a bunch of other people, I got sponsored by a team called Oh Yes Show, and they're based out of Baltimore. So I've been the team manager for them for quite a few years now, I think since 2016. And in the middle of that, I started doing the judging side a lot more. So I don't compete, but I judge, and it's I find it just as much fun.
Oh my goodness.
That's great. That's actually really amazing. That's great.
Thanks, guys.
See, and it's those little things that we have to ask people that know you, figure out, because we would never known. That's cool. All right.
Yeti, I don't know if I should be concerned that you pour your life out into a piece of plastic connected to a piece of string, or impressed at the fact that you can do this.
I think it's impressive.
I think it's both impressive and concerning.
It's
Okay.
Take a breath. Take a breath.
First question, do you call it a snowmobile, ski-doo, snow machine, sled, motor sled, ski-mobile, snow bike, or snow scooter?
Snowmobile.
Okay.
But a lot of guys up here call them skidoos for some reason.
Okay. What brand do you ride?
I actually don't do anything in the winter. I don't ice skate. I don't play hockey. I don't do none of that. I'm sheerly just a summer kind of person.
He's not 100% Canadian then. French Canadian. Is it French Canadian?
No, goodness. My wife is, but I'm not.
That's rare. I mean,
yeah, it really is. I think it actually comes from where I've been working because it's so warm all the time. But the cold affects you so much, I just don't enjoy being outside.
Got it.
Yeah.
We need to get you a DNA test. I'm sure there has to be a little bit of French Canadian in there.
Oh, I'm sure there's a little bit.
Okay.
What brand do you ride?
No, we already asked that. He said he doesn't. Yeah.
So he worked almost a mile underground in a mine before we scratched the surface. Honestly, can you tell me about mining underground?
Yeah, I can. What? Do you have any specific questions, or just the general question about mining itself?
I have a lot of stuff I want to ask you. First of all, is it like when you're underground?
No, there's quite a bit of lighting underground. There's lots of lights in some of the like more open spaces where you get off the cage, or in refuge stations like your lunch stations. And we also have a lamp that goes on our hard hat. So you have a hard hat, and on the front of it's a light. When you're walking around, you actually have light in front of you all the time.
And so with the advancements in flashlights, especially in like the last 10 years, it's got to be just amazing.
It is. The light I have now is about the same size as my yo-yo. So it's quite small. And before, when I started off, it was big. It was probably the size, probably yay big around and actually heavy. You actually pull your head down. So the lighter ones now make a huge difference. And they're LED lights now.
Yeah. So
they're super, super bright. They're a lot better to work with.
You might have saw it. It's a pretty chunky flashlight. I saw a video of a flashlight. The flashlight is actually so bright. That actually makes it look like daytime when you turn it on.
Yeah, well, we have our geologists, the guys that actually study the rock underground. They have flashlights the same as that. So when they're actually sitting on it, it looks like the sun's on the rock. It's amazing to see. And they get super hot, those flashlights, too. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
That's cool. What other mining questions do you have?
Is it like, I know there's a bunch of different jobs in a mine to make sure that you get all this stuff out. But before we get to that, what stuff do you mine for?
The mine I'm at right now, it's a nickel mine. So we got the mine stuff for nickel plating. And it's used quite a bit in the batteries. So you might have heard of Elon Musk signing a contract with Vale. That's one of the companies that is here in town here.
I've heard of Elon Musk buying Twitter, but not signing a contract with Vale.
Well,
I'm a pretty big battery guy, so I can understand how you'd miss it, but yeah.
the Twitter might be a little bit of a bigger deal to some people, but not Yeti. That's awesome, actually. That's awesome. What's your next mining question?
Is it a hard rock mine?
Yep.
It is. I am in a hard rock mine right now. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wait, are you underground right now?
Question. What's that? Sorry.
Are you underground right now?
Nope, I'm at home right now.
Okay. Do you get any type of like internet or Wi-Fi or cell service while you're in the mine?
We have Wi-Fi at a lot of places, but not everywhere. So like I said, at the station where we get off the cage, in our lunchrooms we have it, and in our shops we have it. So if we have to look up any patterns or stuff like that for what we're working on, it's right there.
That's kind of cool.
I took a tour of the Crystal Gold Mine in Kellogg, Idaho recently. It's a hard rock gold mine. And the way they did it is like they would use I'm pretty sure it was the amethyst or quartz or something. And then if the quartz was like orange or brown, it meant that there was gold nearby.
Yes, sir. I've actually worked in gold mines in my hometown of Kirkland Lake. And they're exactly right. Where you see quartz, there'll actually be a line in the middle of it usually. And that's what they do is they chase that quartz, and then the quartz is a lot of gold. Did they show any fool's gold when you were there?
Yeah, we saw a little bit of pyrite.
Yeah, the pyrite's pretty neat. This perfect squares just boggle my mind how they get made like that. It's pretty cool.
Yet worth nothing.
No, but it looks so shiny.
No.
So shiny.
Why can't it be valuable?
Because people only care about 24 karat gold.
God, you're right. That's why. That's why it's not valuable.
Yes, sir.
All right. You got one more? How about one more? We're here to talk about. Oh, you got a few more? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go get your mining questions on. I know this was something he was really excited about was the mining.
I love my job, so I love answering questions on it.
And especially because then he went to that mine in Idaho. So,
Yes, that's so awesome to have a tour down there. That's
Yeah.
so amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, 900 feet, 900 feet underground, absolutely no cell service. In fact, the tour guide actually said before we went down into the mine, hey, if you can get cell service down there, tell me what cell plan you're using, because I'm buying
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
That's so funny.
Mining questions.
Okay, yes, mine question.
Okay, you get 3 more.
So every guy has a job in a mine. What's your job in the mines?
That's a great
I'm a heavy equipment mechanic, and the last little while I've been specializing in the battery side of stuff, and I've also worked in the remote side of stuff as well. So the more electrical side of mechanical.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ask him about the recovery, because I know that's something you wanted to ask about.
The recovery of what?
How they recover the nickel out of the metal, or out of the rock.
How do you recover the nickel out of the rock?
So what they have is when they take the rock out of underground, they actually break the rock up to very small pieces in a thing called a crusher, and then they smelt it, which means they melt it down.
Yeah.
And they actually have 2 big refineries here in Sudbury. They melt it down, and the materials melt at different temperatures, and they add different chemicals to it to separate them. And then once they do, the nickel and there's nickel, platinum, palladium, gold all together. It'll separate from the waste rock. They dump the waste rock out at the top, and the precious metals are settled at the bottom.
See, and that's actually where your great-grandfather worked. We had a smelter in Tacoma, Washington, and that's where my grandfather, his great-grandfather, worked. We have actually the end of a ingot, because they would square them up as they made them, or I don't know the whole, but
Yeah.
we have a piece of the copper. It's
Copper
That's
ingot.
so cool.
that he brought home from work. Several of, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, it's copper, but yeah. So we had a smelter in town, but it's. I mean, yeah, our smelter got closed because of the arsenic and stuff, which
Yeah, that's a big thing. We have ours is sulfuric. It's a lot of sulfur based, so there's a lot of sulfuric acid and a lot of sulfuric issues with it. That's why we have one of the biggest stacks, like smokestacks, that was built to get it away from as humanly possible, and it ends up going into the atmosphere and separating up there. So for the longest time, they were having to pay to repaint a lot of cars in town because it actually has acidic rain. Yeah.
Oops.
So they fixed that, and everything's come green here again. So it's kind of nice.
That's why all the cars in Tacoma. That's probably actually. Who knows?
Hey, Yeti.
Yes, sir.
You have a really good job. Want to swap places for the day? You can come to school. I have a state test. It's the most boring thing ever.
You do not want me taking your test, my friend. I would not do well for you.
Yeah, we need you to do. You gotta get into MIT.
Yeah, and I have just a regular math test. How about we swap places for a day? You can come do my test. You can come do my test for me. Get me an A+, and then I can go into the mines for you. And do not worry. And any profit that you make working in the mines, that we swap, I will give all of it to you.
Oh, well, that's very nice.
That's pretty fair. That's pretty fair.
All right, ready to go to that?
So you work almost a mile
No,
underground.
sorry,
Oh.
that one.
So you were sort of a battery guru. Can you tell me about your battery knowledge and how it transfers to out on no prep racing?
It's pretty funny. It's a lot different than you think. They don't swap over as much as you would think. The battery stuff we have in the equipment, the heavy equipment that I work on, are very based on modules and cells. So, you know how we have our packs, our outlaw packs. They're 2-cell, there'll be 3 or 4, or our new 8300s are 5-cell, or 5-pack. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
We have the same sort of idea, but in the bigger batteries, they're all separated. So you have different modules, so if something breaks down, you can pull it out and swap it out.
Oh. So
So
how
it's-
many
it's
batteries?
almost-
Oh, sorry. So go. You finish your thing.
So it's almost the same idea, the same principle. We have power taken across the whole section, but it's a little bit more difficult to explain, like the different packs inside. It's a little bit different on that side.
So
Plug your nose, Yeti. I just farted.
Oh, dude, you don't gotta tell everybody on the internet that either.
Just,
Okay.
just plug your nose, Yeti.
How about Daddy? Okay, let's stay. Look at the sticker. Focus. So, if a battery pack goes down in that, you can pull out just a module.
That's correct.
Okay.
So you can pull it down right down to the cell. So each module has 40 cells. Each battery pack has 16 modules. So
remember, you're on camera.
I am.
Yeah. See, we just started putting him on camera, so he's got to remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is the same. It kind of leads over a little bit, but it's a little bit harder to sew down with the different pulls out of the voltages and such. So it's a little bit different.
Okay. All right. Bottom one.
So you told me this morning it takes about 2 weeks to get anything to you. Please tell me how you manage that.
Well, like we were talking about this morning there, it takes a long time to get us stuff up here in Canada. It always has. It's even worse now with all the mail stuff the way it is. So a lot of times I'll always order, if I know it's going to be a hard time getting something, I'll order 2 of whatever I can. I try not to order a whole bunch because I know there's a lot of people talking about the parts we've trying to get now with everything being so limited. So I always order 2. I don't go crazy if I break one I have one after. And a lot of times I always talk to the people that run the companies or the small builders. I let them know that either there's a bunch of us from Canada that want to have them and try to do a group buy, or I let them know that it's harder for us to get them and the cost for shipping is quite a bit harder. So I let them know when they do have the product coming out, if we can order them and have them sent up to us in a bit of a timelier fashion, so you don't have to try to fight with all the guys in the States with the Wi-Fi or the internet buying. And a lot of times, because I've explained to them what's going on, they've been really good and they've been able to ship to us quite a bit of stuff.
So Voodoo's up in Canada are $600 then.
Oh, we had when Voodoo's first dropped, we had one group buy, and it's been impossible for us to get them ever since. I know one of the other guys here in town runs them. He's been lucky; he's gotten 2 or 3 sets over the last couple of runs, so it's good on him. I don't run any Voodoos or nothing. I run the reactions more than anything else. So yeah, exactly. Actually, I just ordered them from the States too today.
Nice. All right.
So, ooh, bad.
Smiley face.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay. So this is the good battery question.
Battery. What battery size do you think is a tipping point for performance versus weight?
You know what? I've been going back and forth on this with a lot of guys, to be honest with you. Like you guys know, I ask a lot of questions to a lot of people. I think I really feel personally that the max amp guys are getting right to the edge of it. The R1 guys have gone over that now with that big 1500 milliamp one. It's been pretty crazy, and I'll be completely honest, I've had the best results so far with the 8300, the DRK 8300. I've been impressed with the voltage that we've had carrying on down. So I ran max times last year, and with DRK, I ran their battery this year, and I've been happy with both of them. But the 8400, 8300 keep me way higher voltage than anything else I've run so far. So
and this is your first year with Maclan, right?
Yes, sir.
I guess I'll be the interviewer while he eats his snack. He didn't, in his defense, he didn't get snack time after school.
I feel you.
And I think part of that was probably because of how you were, even before you were on the team, I was showing him how you would help people on the DRK page just with your experience and your knowledge. And I'm sure that's, now you're an admin on the page, correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh, now they know what you look like. Uh-oh. They're going to come get you.
So well.
Yeah, on the DRK page. Yeah, you know this.
No, I don't actually.
Yes, him, Ian, and who else? You know? No, you're not an admin. Come on. Seriously? Who else is? You know who this is. Colin's an admin. Who else?
Willie's an admin.
I'm sure Willie's an admin. Nathan.
Oh, Nathan Lynx is an admin?
Yes, he's the one. Yeah. He was like the first one.
Can I be an admin?
No, you cannot be an admin.
Can I be an admin?
No, I'm not going to be an admin. They have way too much responsibility, which I did answer. I was the first one to answer a question, and I know I answered it correctly today. Um, right, and it was like right away, which was somebody had started an RMA like 6 months ago, and they were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Do I need to open a new one, or should I?" And it's like, "Oh nope, those are only good for 30 days."
Yeah.
If I remember correct, I know it's not very long. I think it is 30 days, but I know it's not more than 30 days.
Yeah, no, I got to ask, once I got on the team there this year, a couple months into being with Maclan, they had asked me to go and help them with the moderating on the Facebook page. And I was super honored. It's been a lot of fun. It's not always awesome, as you can see sometimes on the page. It gets a little, some guys get a little cranky about a lot of stuff, and I can understand that being upset about losing your ESC, it happens, and there's a lot of misinformation that comes out sometimes, but it's been pretty good. I know there's a lot of guys, Nathan, Ian, Colin, everybody that's on there always helps out as much as we can. And I always try to make sure that people that have an issue, they always get taken care of if they can.
It's
So
awesome.
it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, and somebody didn't blow up their ESC. Thing I know. And if there was, hey, stay.
I need to get something to put my boots on.
Oh, he's got his injury to think about now. If there was ever going to be an ESC that should have blown up, it was that one because.
With the end bell falling off?
Yeah, and he was at speed at the end of the track. I mean, he was coming off of it because the car went hard right, and then it hit that. It
did that amazing
the ramp.
jump.
End bell flies off and then lands. And I mean, if your end bell comes off, I mean, you've got to think that you're still sending power. There had to have been and I don't know. I never checked the log at that point because Colin just tried to put the motor back together. It didn't work, so we were like, send it like RMA. We don't, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It wasn't even it was like whatever. Like the end belt just flew off at the end of the track.
The end belt just got yeeted off of the motor. Yes, he survived.
I mean, the chassis not broke. I'm like, if it's a RMA for a motor and an ESC, the motor kind of bummed me out because Ian had just given that to him.
We got lucky as heck there.
But a sensor board, and that's it. That really speaks highly, I think, to to the quality of electronics, and that people need to really, like him and I have talked about, people need to really think about what they're doing when they say, oh, I didn't do anything right. Really look at what's going on and how your motor's soldered. I mean, I think you might have commented on this. The last time I soldered a motor in, I put it up for the teammates to like, hey, what do you guys think? I'm about to run this in his car. It's not a 4.5. Now we're going to a 3.0 or a 3.5.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure, and people just need to ask for more help, I think, and that's
Well, yeah, I'll be completely honest with you. I don't solder my ESCs to my motors. I'll do my battery ends, but I take it to my local hobby store. I let them solder them in, and that way I know I don't have a problem. I've soldered millions and millions of things. The RC car stuff's a lot different. You have to be more precise. You have to make sure you can't bridge any of the solders together. So I'll be honest, I take it down there and I let them solder it. That's what they do every day. I've never had a problem with it that way. So
and we're really lucky that we have Colin here locally because with the new TSR, so that's what we threw in his car right away, was the TSR with another 3.5 that Ian had given him. And with the bigger wire, it was like, hey, Colin, like, that I'm at my limit. Like, I'm already so nervous soldering these in. And to watch him do it, I mean, remember watching Colin do that? It's seconds. He can do it, and it's so precise.
Yeah. Well, we have lots of practice at it, so.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Back to you, bud. Now that you've had your snacky time. Ready?
I just had snacky time. I still quickly say, the fact that my ESC, not my ESC, that my car, got yeeted into the air, and got yeeted off of the motor,
and then landed.
It then landed on its wheels. Well, first of all, the fact that it landed on its wheels is crazy.
That was awesome.
Back to the show.
But it's just, and was fine. That just proves the quality of not just Maclan for the ESC surviving, and only a small part of the board. Oh, and only a small percent of the motor being broken, the center board. But I'm running a league RC chassis with a team associated DR10. So that also speaks to the quality of a league RC and team associated.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us how and when you got started in RC and then RC no prep drag racing?
Sure. When I was younger, I actually got into bashing out T-Maxes with my buddy. I just, when they see the monster trucks and run around, I thought it was the coolest thing in the world, smacking those things around, bouncing them off walls or whatever you could find. And I actually, this is kind of funny. I don't know if you know my email address is Art Attack Guy.
No.
And it's Art Attack Guy, which is an old school remote control snow machine out of everything.
Oh.
Yeah. So they were 2 feet long, 18 inches wide. They go 70 miles an hour in the snow. Yeah, they were fast. They were super duper fast. I still have one here actually.
Oh, you got to post photos of that. Come on.
I'll bring some pictures. I'll bring some pictures of me of it. So it's pretty neat. They were based out of Rochester, New York. So
I'm buying one of those things. Do they still make those?
I think there's still some around. You can still find them. Mine was a nitro one. Mine was a gas one. I love those. It was loud and fast. But they do make electric ones now as well. So
see, that would nitro would just be cool.
Buying that thing. That's that.
You want one now?
Yes.
But where are you gonna drive it? When we get that one snowstorm a year.
Yeah. And
you definitely
if you ever take a trip to somewhere where it snows, like Kellogg or Bend, I'll drive in the snow there.
Oh, okay.
But 70 miles an hour
in the snow.
That's so fast.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. We used to race them quite a bit there. It was fun.
That would be cool.
But I came from bashing most of my dad. I never raced anything other than the snow machines in a circle. And a couple of years ago, 2018, they started talking about the no prep stuff. And one of the guys here in town, Charles, he started talking about it more. And yeah, you know, Charles there, he's on the team as well. He started talking about it. And I got like, you know what, this sounds kind of fun. So I started talking to my wife about getting one or building one, something to run around with. And so I built one for me and my stepson to play with. So we'd go out every Sunday and we just started kind of going on. Started off with a Slash. Started going around with that thing. And he went to a 4Tech, which is a small, the 4-wheel drive one. He runs an open class.
Okay.
And I continued on with the bit more fancier A6 carbon fiber chassis, all that stuff. I kind of got hooked onto it right away. Being a mechanic, it kind of lent me into that sort of more setup systems and stuff like that. But I will say nowadays it's a lot more of a crazy setup than what I started off with.
Oh my goodness.
So
yeah,
for me, not coming from the racing side of stuff like a lot of the guys do, it's a bit more of a steeper learning curve for me. So.
Really quick. In the video of my end bow flying off, at the very, very end of it, you can hear my dad saying, not so, E for everyone's words.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Remember that?
That's
Yes,
okay.
I do. It's okay. Damn it. We can edit that too. All right.
Wait, really funny editing, put a boing noise over it.
Boing.
Boing.
I might do that if I can. Yeah, okay. Boing.
I heard you were testing with a very special driver and a dear friend of ours. Can you guess who it is? And that's to the viewers. I'm not a Yeti. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you Matt Housen, 10 points to whoever guessed that correctly. Matt Housen, can you get him up to speed this summer?
Oh man, don't worry about Matt going fast. He knows how to go fast. He's gonna teach me some things, I'm sure.
He knows how to make his car go vroom vroom.
He
Yes,
knows how
he
to make
does.
a dirt car go real fast.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
wait, was it
Oh,
Frank,
yeah.
Was it Frank Ulbrich who made a 159?
Yes.
Oh, did you hear about Frank Ulbrich's 159?
I did. There's a lot of fast guys that day. It was pretty amazing to see those guys going, for sure.
Everybody heard. Everybody.
Mhm.
Frank broke the internet that day.
He did.
David Adams. I have an old video of me of a 3.5 minute interview with you. Saved to my iCloud. You said that the final destination for the Outlaw class was 1.5 to 1.6 seconds. Might want to rethink that.
That was he interviewed David Adams. That's right. That's true. He did.
It was a very blooper filled interview on my half.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyways, yes. Okay.
Testing.
Okay.
What else do you think is helping your performance other than testing?
Oh.
Sorry. What do you think? Sorry, I missed the last part of there, my friend.
What? Let me guys. So all you heard was testing.
Yes.
What else do you think is helping your performance other than testing?
You know what? I'll be honest with you. The help I'm getting from other team drivers and my buddies here in town. There's some things I get hyper focused on things, and sometimes I miss looking at the other aspects of it other than whatever I'm focused on. So I'll be looking at my rear end or my shocks, and I won't even pay attention to my front end and seeing it lift up. So having someone there to help me see something I'm doing that I'm missing, and also asking questions and having guys answer me, super big help to me. Like I said, not coming from the racing side, there's some stuff that I just don't know about setup.
Mm-hmm.
And there's great guys out there like Ken from Oshawa, Ken DeLane. He's been a huge help to me with because he's a setup guy. He's a super setup guy.
Mm-hmm.
So having guys like him and some of the guys here in town help me out and asking questions online even.
Mm-hmm.
So along with testing, having some better input and some thoughts that I don't have, that's been a big point for me.
Mm-hmm. Also, did you hear me saying testing a bunch?
I caught that. I did.
We all know testing's important, and we do a lot of testing.
Me saying testing every second of the day is what this guy here he's off camera but it's my dad who I'm pointing to has to go through every day.
All right. So good to hear.
So, what driver do you want to race against most in a final?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's so many guys I want to race against. I don't know in a final. Jeez. I kind of want to race Tim. I'll be honest. Tim Smith is one guy I want to race. I think he'd be something fun to race against. Even if I lost, I'd feel like I've won racing against someone like him.
Especially in a final.
Right?
That's
really.
Dude.
Where do you see Nope for up in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years?
Stop at 1 year.
I think we're going to keep going faster. I think we're getting close to limits of what these cars can do. Unless something either comes out where we go up in battery size, which I really don't think that should ever happen, or someone finds some crazy way to make an ESC work a lot different, there will be a point where we just physically won't be able to go faster. But I think guys will get more consistent. I think we'll see guys in the 1.5 consistently. I think we'll start seeing better races at the faster times. I think we'll find a lot of things will drop off. Won't be quite as popular in a year or so from now. But even at that point, because it is so crazy popular now, it'll still be a fun sport to be in. I still think we'll be traveling around to lots of places to run. I still think there'll be a lot of guys in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I remember about 9 months ago at Super Chip 2021.
That was actually 11 months ago. 'Cause it's about to happen.
11 months ago at Super Chip 2021. A 1.9 was considered to be fast. Now that's all the pretty consistent and
easily,
easy 1.9s. And that was only 11 months ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so and like 1 year ago, like a 2.4 was considered fast, I think.
2.3, 2.4.
That's right.
That was good. That was a good consistent time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we have a problem with up here in Canada. Is we only get to test for 4 or 5 months. So all these guys down in the States are getting faster and faster. Then we start the year and got to catch up and then try to get faster. It's tricky for us. It's tricky.
Even up here, it's pretty limited. You know, I mean, we've been lucky to find some parking garages, and if it's not super cold, and it didn't rain so much that the parking garage still isn't flooded, then we can, we can go. But
yeah,
that noise. Yeah, there you go.
Now, here are a few questions I always like to ask miners. On average, how often do you spend down in the mines each day?
You're really gonna go back to the mining? Oh.
Well, my shifts from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So in 12-hour shifts every day.
On a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being your retinas burn off, and 1 being there's no lightning at all, how well lit is your mine?
I already told you this, but okay.
I want a more accurate scale.
It all depends where you are. When it's pretty much a 5 because sometimes it's super bright and sometimes it's super dark.
No more questions about mining. Do you use more advanced equipment to mine, or do you use the classic pickaxe, drill, and TNT?
Well, we don't have the pickaxe anymore, but we do have the drill, and we don't have TNT. Now it's called ANFO. So it's a powdery explosive that they actually stick in the hole in whatever they drilled, like the hole they drilled in. They put a booster cap in behind it, and it goes off. So the TNT is way too dangerous. With the ANFO, you can actually handle it. It won't do anything until you actually have an explosive in front of it. So it's kind of based in between the two of them.
How do you go? Can you do up in the ceiling with that? With the power? How does that work?
So you don't.
They don't go.
So the way it works on the roof, you don't really drill up. So if you have to blast the roof down, you drill from a level above. Oh. You drill into it, and then you actually plug the bottom, and then fill the hole, and it's blow it up that way.
Oh, very cool.
I'm going back to your thing about the pickaxe and drill. Only mining equipment I have, it's a small handheld pickaxe, about 12 inches long, 6, like 8, like 7, I want to say, 6-ish, inch, actual part, the actual metal part that breaks stone, and then I have a hand drill that I got for Christmas, it used to be painted red, but the paint has worn away. I'm just...
Oh, yeah.
Very accurate description.
Big gear that you crank, smaller gear, rod, then little drill bit end.
Oh, yeah.
Now, can we get back to the RC questions, buddy? This one.
Fine.
Alright.
Well, only if Yeti, but that's only if you actually.
You can ask him more mining questions later.
Only if you promise that, like sometime soon, we'll do another interview. We'll try to set up another interview with Yeti, except focus
just
on mining.
A mining interview.
Yes. The script for that is gonna be so. The amount of pages, it'll be so tall, it'll look like the Eiffel Tower.
Oh. Now he knows how Tim feels when you get to see Tim.
We can definitely talk again about mining. There's no problem with that. So
I knew that would excite you. Yeah.
Thank you.
I told you mining was going to be a hot topic today.
I love my job. I love where I work. So I love talking about it too. It's great.
He has always been fascinated with mining rocks and.
In fact, Dad,
Yep.
Intermission playing.
No.
I want to go show him something.
After the video.
Okay.
We'll
We'll just have to put a picture right here.
Yeah, we'll put a picture in the. Yep.
Edgar's gonna put a picture up here. Right by
just
Yeti's face. Edgar, I'll send you the picture there.
There you go.
Edgar's right here.
Then you got to find it. So, yeah. Okay, so, moving on.
Now here are a few questions I like to always ask racers.
First question.
Sorry, I was expecting him to tell me something.
Oh, yeah.
I got so confused.
You're just keeping this one right on the rails. Man,
But how have I been doing pretty good?
you're doing great. You're doing great. You're always
this is
doing
awesome.
great, dude. I told Yeti you were going to want to talk about mining.
Yes.
People didn't know that when they watch this, they're going to be like, oh, we're mining NRC and yo-yos.
Yes, and yo-yos. And giant snowmobiles.
And put him on the spot, and he totally, like, worked it.
And we have the Abominable Snowman here.
We did.
There you go.
Yeah, because Yetis are also known as Abominable Snowman.
That's true.
Yes.
True.
Okay, back to the RC questions.
Yes.
Ready?
I think I might have already asked this. Do you have any good luck charms or
You have
superstitions?
not asked that. There we go.
I do actually.
Ooh.
On my remote, my daughter, when she was a little bit younger, a couple years ago, she made me a bracelet, and it was too big to go on my wrist. So I told her I'd put it on my RC remote, and I'd have her with me all the time when I traveled around like that. So to this day, I still have a green band on the bottom of my RC remote, my actual M17, and it's always there every time I run. So
That's awesome. That's a good one, huh?
Have you had any traveling TSA incidents? Some of them I was thinking your car is a bomb, your remote is a gun, or your batteries or whatever the heck they think batteries are.
you know what? I've had good luck with my travel, my RC stuff. My yo-yo stuff, on the other hand, I always get stopped and I always search it.
Wow.
Always. Yeah, because I travel with quite a few yo-yos when I travel, so I always get pulled out of line to look at those.
They got to look at the yo-yos.
That's it.
Okay. What is your current chassis and electronics like? Please be specific.
Okay, so I have the TSR Maclan ESC.
Yeah.
I have the DRK 3-turn. And they have the 8400 battery.
8300?
That's right.
What? How many hundred?
8300.
Yep.
You say 400.
Sorry, 84. Yeah.
Wait, 84?
Oh, it's 83. What
83,
size is it?
sorry.
83.
Yeah,
Yeah, 83, 84.
83.
Hey, it's only 100.
It's close. It's
Yeah.
close.
Try
And then I have-
try telling that to track racers. We're all
Yeah.
it makes a huge difference.
I know, you're right. Okay. So, let him
And then I have-
finish. Yep.
I have the MKS 550 servo.
Mhm.
I have that in all my cars, actually.
Good
And I'm running the CJC Maverick 2.0 chassis.
Mhm.
That's one of the ones that I helped work with Chad down in Oshawa, which is up here in Canada. It's the red carbon fiber one, and it's fantastic. It's a lot of fun to drive that one. It's an AE B 6.1 base.
We actually really like that Canada has their own chassis. Even Colin has a Canadian
Colin.
chassis. Yeah, I think you have to, yes, but
Daddy,
yeah.
Can you please hand me the pillow back there? My butt is starting to hurt.
And you just told the internet that. Okay.
I did not mean to tell the entire world that. Hold that cup up again. Does it say Yeti on the bottom?
Yeah, it's Yeti Cup.
Ooh. I didn't know that there was a brand of cup named after you.
No, yes, there's a bunch, and they have coolers and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, kind
Yeah,
of,
oh,
kind
yeah.
of like a Carl's family makes drills and t-shirts.
Carl Bauer, Team Maclan.
Mhm.
Eddie Bauer, Bauer drills, Bauer blowers. No relation. He just actually, I don't know if he I think he still believes that I don't know. We had him going for a while that he knew Eddie Bauer. That was his
Dad,
one.
you actually have you know how every once in a while you have a very serious talk with me.
Yeah.
You actually did a talk with me about Carl Bauer, Eddie Bauer, about how Carl doesn't really like to talk about his family's success, in the form of one of those serious conversations.
Did we?
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
But-
We'll edit that out.
Why?
Oh, okay. Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Okay. What did fluid weight?
Because it's so cold, I've been running 500. But it's starting to warm up this week. We're going to 1 million and probably up to about 20 million when it gets super warm.
So we're running more like the 300. Not we used to run thicker. We started having some more success going thinner. But yeah. Oh.
Do you hear that in the background?
Yes, that's your fish tank. Got it.
Yeah, do you hear the water running in the background?
He might not be able to hear that.
I can't really hear it, my friend.
It's okay. It just sounds like
so
imagine water getting poured into a cup. You want me to add a sound effect later?
Yeah, that is my fish tank. Where my 4 fishies live. I used to have 7 fishies.
But he killed them.
No, I didn't kill them.
Okay, that's debatable. Two
of the rummy nose textras got killed by the beta, and then the beta. I prefer not to say.
Okay. Then why'd you bring it up? Let's get back. You know what?
The beta was named Smashy. Smashy was a good beta. But now I'm in there. I have a froggy named Twisty. Twisty, I believe it is a he. It's an African dwarf frog. And dang, do those things get big. Twisty, blind as a bat, dumb as a doornail, but still very adorable.
Cute as a frog.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Twisty spends most of his time walking around the bottom of his tank. Yesterday he put one leg on top of the filter and the other leg onto the glass and tried to climb to the top.
No, yeah.
Even though he can swim.
Yeah, but tried to climb up the filter. Twisty is very adorable. But we feed Twisty every few nights a giant clump of bloodworms. About the size of my pinky, which is
Off the rails, but yeah, we Twisty the frog. Yeah,
yes, and when Twisty gets those, it's like adrenaline to him. Twisty becomes hyperactive for the rest of the day whenever we feed him.
Got it.
Oh,
There you go. That's Twisty the frog.
So next up, Maclan, what do you think is the next big step Maclan needs to take? I still accidentally talking about my fish.
Okay, hey, ask the question one more time.
So, let's talk Maclan.
Yeah, there you go. Much better.
What do you think is the next big step Maclan needs to take?
It's a pretty tricky question. They're always doing something new. They're usually testing stuff a year out from what we're seeing, which is kind of cool, which I didn't know about until I started on the moderator side of stuff, which is kind of cool. I think them updating their software, getting stuff straightened out. I knew the 7-stage makes a huge difference for me. Even in my voltage run, I run the same tune, and my voltage is way better with the new system. I honestly think just what they're doing, getting themselves ready and building up their information moving forward. They're doing pretty much exactly what they need to do for now. There's a lot of stuff that's behind the doors and behind the scenes that's been happening and moving forward that is going pretty well. So,
okay, now tell him what you want them to do. What's your update on the next software that you hope happens? It's supposed to happen.
Adding dark mode. I'm that guy that uses dark mode on everything. I
you know what?
Dark mode. Nintendo Switch dark
Okay,
mode.
got it.
There's one knows over there. Dark mode.
But yes.
Yes. I like things not too bright. But Maclan software burns my resonance off. Diagraph. It's like dark mode. So yeah, I want Maclan to add dark mode.
There you go.
Yeah. Yes. I want Maclan to
they've
add
definitely
dark
heard you.
mode.
I know they're working on it. So
let him. Yeah. There you go. Next question, because we.
Arguably, the Maclan software light mode, which is the only mode, is worse than Discord light mode.
Okay.
Yes.
This is a great one.
And Discord light mode is like.
We don't care. Nobody cares about Discord. Come on.
And Discord light mode is like sticking your head into a lamp on full brightness.
I don't even know what Discord. I don't even know what Discord is. Okay, you're killing me tonight.
Most people do.
Oh. Except for Daddy and Yeti B and
no,
yeah.
no, not.
All right.
A lot of people don't
Okay.
still.
Okay.
What's your best RC memory?
Best RC memory. Oh man, I got so many. I've had so much fun with this that last little while. Having all my kids out and my stepkids with me, going and playing on the streets around here. Well, not streets, but in the parking lots around here. Being asked to join Maclan was a huge thing for me. When I ran down in Bolton a couple years ago, which is a small town in southern Ontario, with Ontario's first cash days actually, and I came in second. That just blew my mind. It was so neat to do something like that. I've never seen a group of guys, 30 guys get together and
that was the
set
first
it
one
off
they
like
had?
that.
That was the first one? Oh, wow.
So it's kind of fun.
So who won it?
I can't remember the gentleman's name. It was Mark something. He doesn't race anymore. His car actually caught fire not too long after he ended up winning that there. So he had a pretty bad crash and his battery went up in smoke. So
We just had that happen at our last no prep race.
Car. I'm
Yeah.
going way too fast, ran into a wall. All of a sudden, you know how in the control arm there's like two steel bars or titanium bars. One that's connected to the servo. The one that connects from his wheel to the guy's servo broke off, and then unluckiest feat in the world, and I'm sorry if you're watching this for calling it unlucky. It broke in just the right way so that when it flung back, it poked the battery open, and that's how the battery went up in flames.
yeah, it's pretty crappy when that happens. We had one of our CJC racers down in Florida have that happen to him. Hit the wall, pin broke and went through the battery as well. Same idea.
Oh.
Yeah, but don't worry, it wasn't.
Who was that?
That race.
That's Chuck Taylor.
That's okay. I knew I saw that.
But don't worry. That race that day wasn't all sad. That there was a guy there, really nice guy, who in exchange for OKO stickers, because OKO stickers are a form of currency now, gave us some tire prep he was creating. Called Devil Juice. It's red, which is probably how I got the name Devil Juice.
Mm-hmm.
We tried it. Well, we've tried it one time, and we're gonna try it again this summer. But yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Pretty good so far.
And then you flipped your car and broke the motor, but only the inbuilt.
Yes.
So it wasn't a bad day.
Yeah.
Just another day of racing, right?
Another day of racing.
Wait, did we get the Devil's Juice before or after the car broke?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It was kind of a blur that day.
I think after.
I think after too. Okay. Let's.
Yeah.
Your favorite question.
Not quite. Yeah, but
Enunciate.
yes. Do you play it safe, or do you let the big dog?
Do you play it safe, or do you let the big dog eat?
Oh man, it all depends on the road. To be honest with you, if it's nice, I'll let her eat for sure.
Mm-hmm.
See, did you hear that?
Yes.
Depends on the road.
Yeah. This boo is starting to get sweaty. I need to take it off just
Can
for
you
a
wait?
few seconds.
You're
Be
almost
careful with my leg.
Okay. With the whole foot incident, right before we called you, he insisted on wearing his mom's boots because he said that would guarantee he would feel good enough to do this interview still. Because, that's what Dad has to do, is make sure to keep the talent rolling. This is my life all day long, Yeti. Okay, can you take the boot off now? Okay, yeah. Couldn't have waited another 2 minutes for this, huh?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It got sweaty.
Why don't you ask? Okay, you don't need. Okay. Keep the train on the track. That's what Daddy does. Yeah, I see. You got a. Ooh.
What?
Well, you do got a little bump on your foot. Ow. Dude, I'm sorry about that. It's kind of my fault for the chair thing. All right, ready?
That's right. Has long since left the rails. In fact, I heard that this train that is me was the only train that went on the rails. And since the train went off the rails so long ago, with no sign of ever coming back, they removed the train tracks.
Okay.
Yes.
When you get too crazy, people stop. Yeah. All right, but it doesn't matter. That's okay. You're fine. You're fine, buddy.
Yeti B, before we finish, is there anything you want to add or anyone you want to thank?
Definitely a lot of people I want to thank, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Colin and the guys all behind Maclan. Been awesome. The whole team behind everybody has been amazing. Been very welcoming, so it's been fun to have that. Chad Deaton with CJC. He brought me on board when he started making the very first Maverick, and it's been awesome to help him design and build with that thing. And then having Ken DeLon come along with us as well, building the KRD. And having Ken with us too has been incredible. He's been such a big help to my my setup for sure. And also with Ken getting me on Got Launch Storm, their prep has been incredible.
Oh wait, is that his? That's his.
That's his thing, yeah. Him and AJ. So.
Oh, okay. I think I see AJ more. Sorry.
Yes, you see AJ a lot bit more, but up here in Canada, it's all through Ken. He does the prep up here for all of us up here, so it's been pretty good.
Got it. Okay.
And then with MKS as well, Adam and Tim actually, and Matt, all those guys are the guys I look up to and work with for MKS.
Yeah.
They've been amazing to me too. Those servos outlast a lot of things that I do to them. They shouldn't work as well after I smash them up as they do, so I'm pretty happy with that. And thank you guys too for having me on here. It's been amazing.
Yes!
Amazing. That's one word for it.
Thank you so much for everything, Yeti.
No problem.
I think we always have to remember to thank Carol and Willie once in a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially Carol. Thanks for getting that shipment out, Carol.
Carol goes definitely out of her way to help us out, and Willie's definitely a gentleman. He's been amazing. Like I said, becoming the moderator, he's always made sure that when something does go wrong on the board, she always looks out and reaches out to us to make sure that we understand that it's not always our fault, the machine's fault, and it's pretty cool to have us backing us as well. So, and that's one big thing with all of Maclan, actually, to know that they're behind us, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
and Carol is definitely something else. With getting the batteries up here in Canada, that was something else, trying to get those things up here. She went out of her way big time to get those up to us, me and Charles Levesque.
That's awesome.
To get our batteries up here is just incredible. So yeah, definitely have to thank Carol for sure. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeti, I just want to quickly tell you, there are three types.
Just waiting to make dinner.
Okay. There are three types of people. There are three types of people when it comes to electronics stop working. There is the type of people who always say that it was their fault and are always super responsible, even if it genuinely was the electronics fault, and not the guy who owns its fault. They're the type of people who always blame it on the electronics, even if they know darn well that it was their own fault. Never be that guy. And then there are the people who can genuinely tell if it's the electronics fault or their own fault. And then always tell the company who it actually was. Whatever you do not be the guy who always blames it on the electronics. Those are the worst type of people. And then there are the guys who are overly responsible for electronics breaking.
Okay.
Those guys while their intentions to put the company in the best light possible are good. When they get the electronics repaired, it can kind of mess up what the manufacturer does to fix it. The best type of people are the people who always know whose fault it was and tell the manufacturer whose fault it was.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. And you read this?
No, I think I've gotten everything out so far.
You've gotten everything out.
Yes. Except for that mining equipment I have, I'm gonna show you. Except that's for after the interview. There will be a photo. In fact, Edgar's put the photo here right also. Yeti B, thanks for taking your time today to talk with us. Today's interview was brought to you by Maclan Racing, ERC, and Expert Servos. To all those listening, please like my Facebook page, Twisted Frog Racing, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Twisted Frog. Thank you, Yeti!
Yay! Okay. You made it to the end, Yeti. Oh, and boy, oh boy, did we all get the batteries.
You're still here. You're still here. Go home. Actually, no. Before you go home, I just want to make a special announcement first. I'm going to be finishing up my Team AZ interviews. But also, I'm tired. I'm going to be doing a new series starting soon where I interview well, great women in RC who are definitely making a positive impact on the sport. Now go home.
Hey, you forgot something.
What?
Get back
I
there.
keep forgetting. I need to remember to do this.